You hear that?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We're happy. We're off to a good start this year, 2025.
It's like, you know, think Barstool and Iris.
What we were saying was this is our first episode of 2025.
Well, when you think Barstool, you think they're looking at us right now?
Yeah, they are.
They're losing people because they're finding better jobs. Maybe we'd fit right in.
Sorry, guys.
Dave Portnoy, just so you know, I know Spider, you guys start watching Spider. We're going to get Spider on at large, but we would be a great addition to the podcast at large. Guarantee it.
It'll reflect on the printout.
I could do that survival thing. Yeah. I mean, they do a lot of stuff I like. I mean, I don't know.
I think you're a great addition to any podcast you're on, huh?
What about this weekend? What you do? Any good?
No, not really. I got sick on Saturday, so that was fun. And I was sick until yesterday morning. I don't feel good. I'm 98%.
Yeah.
How about your New Year's? How was your New Year's? Let's talk about that, because we haven't seen each other since 2025.
I was okay. You know, I ate here. I love eating here. And then my friends Nate and Charlie came, and then Akira stopped by. Who else stopped by? So we were going to go, ran a little late out of here. I was going to go down to Must Be Nice, but then, I don't know, I went home and I watched that show, what's his name? The one on ABC. Which Brent, you know what I'm talking about? What's that show called? What's that guy's name? Not Kelly Clarkson, you know, the big guy. But I watched that, they had a bunch of musicians on.
I think we were muted there for a minute.
Oh, we always.
We're off to a great start.
Great New Year's.
I
wish Greg was on today. I love this.
What we were saying is,
what's the guy's name? Come on, he does American Idol. What's the guy's name?
Ron's filling us in on his New Year's.
So I watched the music.
Seacrest?
Yeah, it was great. I watched that. They had a lot of good artists. I watched that till 2 a.m. I didn't get drunk for the first time.
So you did stay up till midnight? You did?
Oh yeah, I watched it. Then Renee was like Vanna White or whatever. She was out there dancing all the music. And that was it. It was just me and her. I had a great New Year's. I've done it like with Cole Irvin 2 years ago. I rented a DJ.
Yeah.
I told you the story. I rented a DJ, figured everybody would come to my house. Thought I was cool, you know?
Yeah.
But it was during COVID. Well, nobody stopped by. And the only person was Cole and I and his two friends. And we sung karaoke for 3 hours.
Oh, you told us that last
time. I mean, I'm just telling you, that's going to make him get a Ronny Award almost.
More on the Ronny Awards coming up soon.
Yeah, Bob, just so you know, I'm going to Dallas tomorrow. Bob was supposed to go.
For what? Where are you going to Dallas?
I'm going to Cotton Bowl, which is, bottom line. I don't know if I'm going to go to the Cotton Bowl scoring. I'm going no matter what, but
it's going to snow.
Oh, it's just
games indoors.
I did buy. I got those crutches. I'm seeing if they make snow crutches.
Your toaster doesn't carry you to the
No, I've been trying to figure it out. If I fall, there's no money in the glasses.
You need one of those Tesla robots, seriously. They can carry you everywhere.
I need something.
Who's gonna win? Well,
I don't want to say.
Yeah, we'll say the for locks.
Well, I know you got to do the locks. Speaking of locks, Will Wright's going to be on the phone today, and Will lives in California. A house across the street caught on fire. Good friend of mine, but he always has locks. Always.
Yeah. Well,
so we're going to ask him what the locks are.
I'm sure he's more concerned right now with the fires than the locks.
I talked to him yesterday. It seems like he was concerned about getting to work. I don't know. He said, "Yeah, there's a house on fire across the street." I'm like, "How are you so calm?" I think he wants to lose the house. We're going to ask him about insurance. So, Will, I'm going to call. How do I call him in?
All right. So we're moving on to our next segment of the day, sponsored by Ron and Micheal. Talk to Ron.
Well, U.S. Food Service is going to donate to Pride Qualifier.
So Bluetooth.
Okay, and then we're going to hit Roadcast.
Yep.
And then we're going to call Will up. Get ready, Will.
Hey, and if you guys can't hear this in the comments, there's probably a good chance you can't because we don't know what we're doing, but just let us know.
I don't see anybody comment today. Or am I on Table Talk or?
No, you're on Red Rocks, Ron.
Okay, good. I don't see anybody. Why? Is nobody listening today? No comments?
There's 3,000 people listening.
Oh. Okay, I'm connected. Now just call.
Yeah. Let's see if it rings.
Where's Charlie listening today or not? We got to talk about Ohio State with him.
I think everyone's just used to us being on Tuesday. Sorry guys, I got sick this week, so we had to push it back for a couple days.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, look out the phone. I hear it.
This is Will, this guy. Hey, Will, what's up, man?
Hey, Will.
We getting 3 inches of snow tomorrow, and you're in sunny California. So, yeah. You know what? I want to just tell you, Will, thanks for being my friend, and maybe share the light of how we met a little bit, Michael and I. And
this is Michael. Will, I'd like to hear the story. Good, man. I'd like to hear the story.
The real story. I told
everyone has a story of how they met Ron.
I think what I remember was it was you and Joe. We met at Five Church or Church and Union now, and then Luke was going to do the starter at the NASCAR race, and then they put him up at the Quality Inn. Real nice of them. And I said, hey, why don't you just stay at my house? And that's kind of because of our gambling and bonding and all that. We ended up hanging out and become friends. Well, I think, just so you know, we're going down tomorrow in 4 inches of snow. So last time Denny and I and Charlie, went down there for the Super Bowl, I remember flying into the snow, and we were the last plane that was allowed in, but we had a great time. It was like 10 inches of snow for that one Super Bowl, but we're going down for the Cotton Bowl. I don't know if I'm going. I know Charlie and Denny and Travis are, but I'm not sure my status yet. I was telling him, why you're on here today, and obviously my friend too, but so that you sent me a picture of a house on fire. That was across the street from you. What are you doing today? What's your goal right now? You're
I'm actually at work getting my new office set up. The movers are here. The painters are coming. The whole finishing crew's coming today. Main construction's done.
So you're doing everything out of there, or is that just your office?
Yeah, everything's done here. I got a all-in-one spot here. I run 4 brands out of one location.
You do the edibles, right? Or the flavored marijuana? What's the difference?
Everything. We do edibles, vapes, flower, flavoring,
so
card. We do it all.
Well, they can hear you now. So back to Will Wright. Will's my good friend from LA, and yesterday I talked to him about calling in because a fire was across the street, caught on fire. So tell us about, because there's all kinds of rumors on Instagram. What's the real story with the fire as well? Give us that update.
I mean, the real story is, the Palisades got hammered. As you guys have seen, it's a devastation zone, completely out of control. The winds died down a little last night, so it gave them a chance to get the air tankers up and working. But then as soon as they started getting that under control, Hollywood went up in flames last night. Literally dead in the middle of Hollywood. Runyon Canyon. A lot of people know that because it's a good hiking area, and that just all went up last night. I mean, they were able to get that under control within a few hours, which was amazing because if they didn't get that under control, though, everything would have been gone. You would have lost a lot of lives. Traffic was gridlock; you couldn't move. So glad they figured that out. We got lucky. The wind died down at the perfect time last night, or Hollywood would have been gone.
It's funny. I'll never forget. I stayed with Mike Tuttle there. And I said, man, we stayed at Hollywood Hills. And I said, man, there's a lot of hills in this area. I was like, we were in this hot tub. It was over one of these. It was in a higher area. And I'm like, there's a lot of hills here. And it goes wrong. We're staying at Hollywood Hills. Yeah. I'll just never forget it. But, okay, now the other question people are asking is, because I want to know, do people have insurance in their houses? If State Farm wouldn't get it, you would just go to somebody else, right? I mean, you wouldn't just you would rebid it with somebody else. Or what's the story there?
Well, I mean, when I was growing up here as a kid, it was easy to get flood insurance and fire insurance and earthquake insurance. But we've been hit so hard over the last few years. Most of the companies have dropped fire insurance, so it's left a lot of people without it, and it's become such an issue. The voters are actually pushing for a referendum where the government has to provide it, kind of like a Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac loan type thing, but insurance. Because these insurance companies just can't. They just can't.
So it's not like
weather the storm.
It's not like the Red Rocks. We quote out our insurance every year, and then usually we keep the same one. But certain people have different perils they don't want to do. So one of the perils we have is if we lose power, they have to pay us after 0 hours. So we don't wait 24. They don't have the stress of it. But Penn National has that peril where we could get that. So
But when people say, to me, well, they don't have insurance, Allstate doesn't have insurance, I'm like, well, they probably bid it out with somebody else.
Well, that was the
right?
issue in Asheville after the hurricane.
Well,
The people
you
there
have,
didn't
have to have
flood
insurance to get a loan.
Yeah,
You have to have insurance to get a loan. So, with all these companies dropping it, it's becoming. It wasn't. It's been tough, but there's. I think Lloyd's of London and a couple other insurance companies are still doing it, but where you had like 15 options 10 years ago, now you have like 2. So obviously the prices have gone up, competition's gone down. So
I think what we should do, Michael and I should come out to your shop in LA and we'll do a podcast from there.
Yeah, I like that.
Go, fly out, do a podcast, and then we'll write firsthand, and then we're going to start the which we don't want to kick people down, but Michael and Ron's construction company is going to do real well out there right now.
Yeah, I mean, anybody in construction is going to be busy for the next 10 years here. I mean, it's incredible. Like, if you guys got to check out the aerial coverage of the Palisades this morning. It literally looks like Syria. It looks like
scorched earth.
I mean, it's just it's gone. It's gone.
And what places did you visit there? Is there any ones that you remember, or restaurants or anything, or a friend's house? Or
I mean, Moon Shadows is gone, which was an iconic restaurant in Malibu forever. That's gone.
Yeah,
Mastro's Ocean Club is partially burned down last night, so that'll be closed.
Wow.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it burned all the way from the top of the canyon to Palisades all the way to the ocean. So
and Nobu is already busy, so they're just gonna they can't even get in. They'll be busy. Yeah. But that's just sad for the people and the employees.
It is.
Yeah.
If you're listening, I mean, you can always have a job at Red Rocks. We'll help you out. I don't know if there's a GoFundMe page we should give money to, Will, but I'll be happy to donate to people that need it.
The Palisades High School is completely gone.
Wow. Where did you go to school? Did you go to school there, or where did you grow up at?
Yeah, I went to Harbor Westlake.
Wow. So besides that, then we have real life. So we talked about football. We don't know if people heard you. So the Ohio State is playing
Texas.
Yeah. So you like Texas a little bit for the +6.
I like Texas +6. I think Ohio State is obviously playing. I mean, they got it together in the last couple of weeks. I mean, they're playing lights out. But in the games they've lost, or the game they lost against Oregon, I mean, Oregon was able to push the ball down the field vertically on them, and I think that's their weak point. Their defense, their run defense is tough. I think Ewers got to get it going if he wants to have any chance. That underneath stuff is not going to work. Ohio State, their middle linebackers is too good. But I think if Texas can move the ball vertically, I think they have a chance to win, and I like the 6 points.
Well, it's a home game for them, but Charlie's there, and Travis and Denny supporting Ohio State, so obviously I'm supporting that team right now. But I'm not sure about the money. But I'll support
Ohio
the team.
State. Ohio State can win by 5, and I'll still be happy for everybody. I'll win. They'll win.
Exactly.
What
about Penn State?
We can all go on our way.
Penn State, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Like again, what a battle this is going to be between 2 defensive run stoppers. I think for either team, I think the vertical passing game is going to be good. Whoever can get it done, I think wins that game. It's a game I'm not going to bet. I can't pick a side on that.
Notre Dame's
too many variables that I can't put on paper. So I'm going to skip that game. I'll be happily watching it though.
I mean, I think every time I think of Notre Dame, I think of Northern Illinois beating the shit out of them. Well, not really beating them up, but they beat them. So I don't know. I think if you stop the run and you don't turn the ball over, they're a turnover team. So if you don't turn over the ball, I think you can beat that team. And field goal kicking is a big part. I think it's funny. Ohio State guy missed his field goal. So did Texas. I think the guy from Notre Dame is suspect too. So it's gonna be fun to watch. And then we go into the playoff weekend. And you got any leans for that? NFL?
The playoff in NFL?
Yeah.
I mean, it's been such a trend for the favorites in the last 8 weeks of the season. I'm not sure if the odds makers are going to keep taking a beating. I think the lines will tighten up. I think it's going to be an opportunity for to play some dogs. And
9.5 points.
specifically,
for the
I
Steelers.
haven't looked yet.
You going wrong?
I don't
But
know.
I do like the dogs. I think Vegas is taking a beating, and I don't think they'll continue to allow that to happen.
I mean, sharp money has been on
9.5 point
Baltimore and the
underdog
under
for
right now.
the Steelers. That's a lot of points. In that,
I know,
that
but they're
matchup.
doing. I think the sharp money's pushing it. That's big bettors.
Yeah.
Hey, well, what's the most amount of money you ever put on a game? $100, $200?
What's that?
What's the most amount of money you ever put on a game?
The most money I put on a game?
Yeah.
I bet $1 million multiple times in the Super Bowl.
And what last Super Bowl? I didn't want to say the number, but I knew that. But you took
100 was
Kansas City,
close,
right? You showed me the bet, right?
Yeah, I took Kansas City for $1 million. Everybody was, calling me at halftime, telling me I'm crazy and, lay off in the second half. And I'm like, I just stayed the course, and Patrick Mahomes just showed us time and time again. It doesn't matter, what the halftime score is. That guy's a finisher. So I just I stuck with it, and it worked out.
I remember you showed me. We have a little group from LA that I'm on what happened to that group, man? We stopped texting
Kicked you
each
out,
other.
Ron.
What happened?
Yeah, I think it kind of just died out this year. I mean, I don't know if people quit betting or whatnot, but yeah, it's definitely not what it was last year.
And then Charlie and you, I guess he just won't call you anymore. I hear and text you. Once you got, I guess you just moved on from me, Will. I mean, that's what happens, right?
Charlie's tough, man. He's a tough guy. He get a job working for Michael Jordan. The rest of us after that just become insignificant. I get it.
Yeah,
it happens.
Yeah, I agree. And then Denny too as well. But hopefully he'll come back to reality, Will, and understand that you were there for him. I mean, you Will has a great girlfriend, but so he used to be single, and he knows some people that Charlie, when he was single, I don't know if Charlie's single or not, but he's got a good connection in that field.
Well, helps to have that.
Yeah,
if you're single.
So, but we're gonna go right now. I have a rooms at the Resort World in Vegas for Super Bowl, and I asked Will yesterday. I think we're gonna hang out together for the Super Bowl in Vegas.
Is it New Orleans?
Yeah, we're gonna go to Vegas. So I
Yeah.
hate New Orleans. Do you like New Orleans?
I'm going to
Will?
New Orleans in 2 weeks, man.
It's so dirty.
Not a great time to be there after what just happened, but
Well, no, maybe you could support it.
It actually might be the safest place in America right now.
Well, if the guy didn't run down the road down that street, he would have picked another street. You're right. Like, I don't understand. I understand they should have had him, but don't you think there's other streets with a lot of people? Or do you think he picked that street?
Bourbon Street?
I'm just saying, do you think he picked that street?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bourbon Street.
I mean, there was just a lot going on that weekend, Ron. I mean, you had a bowl game there. The city was pumping. You just, I guess that was.
But I've
that
been
was
there
an
where
easy
all the
target.
streets are busy, dude. Near the casino, near that river. Like, I'm just saying, you can run over as many people as you want anywhere you want if you wanted to. And it's so sad for the families. It's like your deal. It's, I mean, a lot of those people have money, but some of those houses in Palisades aren't only $1 million homes, right? There's apartment complexes, right?
No, there's some. I would say the average home down there is $3 million and up to $50 million. But I mean, there's no poor people living in the Palisades.
Okay, well, that's I mean, it's still sad for the house.
No doubt.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible. They've lost their entire life. A house is more than just a place to live. It's a place where you create memories and sanctuary. I mean, it's a lot more. It's a lot more than just a place to lay your head down. You know what I mean?
No, I know this. I mean, Luke is kind of off the board right now, but I just remember Luke in my cloud couch laying there with those what do you call those pants that make your legs go back?
What?
Just what's those things called where you put the electrolytes in your legs?
Like the
compression pants.
Yeah,
and he's laying there. And Will's great. And Will took me to the strip club. And the funniest about Will at the strip club, no, this is a good one. Like, me and Will talked to each other the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, we never really, the girls were coming over to us. We didn't care. And Will put a pile of money. We didn't talk.
He was there for the breakfast.
We just met. So it was the best conversation I ever had with anybody. We talked about gambling to traveling. Will likes to go to Aspen and places like that. And he was telling me about some of his, he's a great guy. So I'm glad you're on today, Will. Is there anything you want to tell
thanks
us?
for having us, man. Yeah.
Yeah, well, thanks.
I'll never forget the weekend we met, man. It just we never looked back since we met, and it's been a great friendship. And I just have one request, Ron.
Yeah, what's that?
Maybe.
if we go to Vegas for the Super Bowl, you're not going to lose your scooter somewhere in the casino where I have to go look for it for an hour.
No promises.
Oh, by the way, yeah.
No.
So just so you know, this is funny. So he was with his
How do you
girl.
use a scooter?
His friend, but long story short, there's 5 entrances in Resorts World, right? There may be 3. You know, I may exaggerate. Well, we didn't know. Well, we went to the wrong entrance. Well, Will, trying to look for a scooter in the Resorts World. So about 25 minutes later, Will comes back with a scooter, and I don't think he was being really nice, but he wasn't really. You know, he was like, it just took me. Yeah. I put a little tracker on my scooter.
A little Apple AirTag.
Yeah,
I got my 10,000 steps in looking for the scooter that day. For sure.
You had to write it back to Ron because you were tired, right?
Yeah, we've had some.
Once you ride it back to Ron pushes you off, and then he pretends he's a crash
It runs
test,
you over.
or crap. What is it called?
Reverses it.
Crash derby in it.
Yeah.
Like,
And Will loves NASCAR. Like he goes, "Did you go that way? You go and you go." And I'm like, "Oh, Talladega, no way." I mean, I'm going to Miami, Dallas, California,
New Hampshire.
No, like, well, it's funny. I always wanted to go to New Hampshire because Boston's near there. I think whatever one's near Boston, I want to go. But long story short, but I said, well, you can go to any race you want. So just tell me what race you want to go to. I think Talladega, he should definitely go to.
Yeah.
I've never been. It's on my bucket list.
I'll be
You like
honest with you, now
Nashville?
they have that scooter, and if my legs, hopefully by next year my legs will be better. But
Charlotte.
we'll drive the scooter around. We'll put all kinds of decals on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Table talk decals.
Tell me, talk to you.
QR codes.
Now, Will, are you gonna? We're gonna give you a couple clips. Make sure you share it with your friends because this conversation is, especially today. Make sure you put the fire up. I mean, that's crazy what's going on, and you seem like you're doing okay with it. So,
Yeah.
I mean, almost hit
Stay
your
safe,
house.
man.
I mean, you sign normal.
Yeah, no, I mean, my neighborhood is fine. It got to within like 500 yards of my house, but it
I mean, you
didn't
take
make it.
like
Thank
5,
God.
maybe 5 or 6 edibles, and you're fine, right? You don't see anything out there.
Yeah, it's just normal
like
here
you're
in
blind.
California. We're used to it. I'm born and raised here, and I've been dealing with it for 48 years. So here we are.
Well, I'm going to come out. I think Michael and I are going to come out and do a
Yeah,
podcast.
we're gonna check the shop
I
out.
think we should.
Yeah.
We fly out.
Yeah, come out. Yep.
We do the podcast.
Yeah,
from
let's do
there.
a lot on location.
On location.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Maybe that's what
You
we
guys
need to
are
do.
open door here, bro. Whatever you guys want to come,
We're
come out.
2025 is our year of traveling, Ron. We're taking this show on the road.
Well, good luck this weekend with the
Yep.
games. I'll give you a call after. Thanks for coming on,
Thanks,
Will.
man.
All right, buddy. Thanks, you guys.
All
Take
right,
care,
see you.
Michael.
I think
All
the
right.
big thing you learned there with the insurance, and I know, Brent, you're listening to today, is Hondo had asked, you can't get a loan without having fire insurance unless you're rich. I mean, now I say that, but during the interest rate hike, a lot of people in the peninsula where I live, or a lot of places, they just buy it with cash. So there's no interest rate
Yeah.
really involved. But to get a house, you have to have insurance if you take the loan out. So I think when people are listening to Instagram, like somebody called me, yeah, they got fire cans out there, they're throwing them in. I'm like, they're going to go to jail for a long time. Now that might be a picture of a guy doing water, or maybe he was scared because it was back of his car and he didn't want to get burned up. Right?
There's videos of guys. with
There was
gas
a
cans?
video and like saying people are throwing gas cans in the fire to make it bigger. You get in jail for a
Hooligans.
long time, right? I mean, I think you got to be careful with Instagram and everything. But we just talked right there to the guy, like Hollywood Hills. Literally, I stayed that running can. I know where that is. I walk through there. A lot of people I know run there. But when I stayed with Tuttle in that house in Hollywood Hills, they're nice houses. But I mean, the scary part is most of those. It's still sad for the guy, whether it's an actor or whether it's a guy
Yeah.
making $1. I mean, you feel sorry for people.
I mean, we somewhat relate with what happened in Nashville, man. Those people weren't expecting a hurricane to hit them, and they just got wiped. And no one there had flood insurance because why would you? I mean, you're not at the beach. They got leveled, but
right.
hopefully,
Exactly.
so hopefully it clears up and everything's all right.
Well, it's good to have Will on it. We'll be on again because we didn't.
Well, speaking of weather, we got a snowstorm coming, Ron. What are you going to do? You're flying to Dallas. You're taking
I
the
don't
snow
know
with
why
you.
I'm doing. I mean, you know what? You know what? My friends are so good to me that I just could go no matter what. I mean, if
There you go. It's a good
I
guy.
gotta
right
get
there.
out of the house and snowing, but I mean, I think the biggest thing about the snow is people freak out. and they should, but 1 inch won't really hurt us a lot.
That's what she said.
2 inches, yeah. Yeah.
You need a nice Montclair jacket to take. You have one?
I got a couple.
Oh,
of
you'll be
those.
warm.
Yeah,
What's
I'll be
now?
fine. I got my jackets. I got gloves. I have everything to go. But I mean, you literally got a plane to get on a rental car, take it to the hotel. Hopefully, they have a little coverway. Get in there, get my scooter, and move around. But I mean, it's exciting for Charlie and them. I mean, no, when I'm a Steelers fan, so when I went to the Super Bowl, I remember in Phoenix, I rented a long time ago, probably 30 years ago. I rented a motorhome. We went up there, and then we had a draw. That's when I didn't really have a lot of, I don't want to say money, but money. And we had to draw straws to see who was going to sleep on the couches and the floor. And I drew the slot. I had to sleep on the floor. Well, I didn't know in the desert, holy shit, the floor gets cold as hell. So before the Super Bowl that year, I woke up at 6:30 in the morning. It was in Arizona. And because I was so damn cold.
Yeah.
And I got out and, no story, but go to the Super Bowl. I was always the first person in. Like I did the Pirate game that
What
time.
Super
My
Bowl was
mother
that? The
talked
Steelers
about
were in it?
Yeah. I have to get a picture of it. I mean, it was so long ago.
Yeah.
But
been a long
I've
time
been
since the
to, I've
Steelers
been
been in the
to,
Super Bowl.
I went to the one in Tampa and we won. I used to go with Jason White. Jason White used to go to all the Super Bowls with me. And then, everyone, we'd go to every one.
Is he going to be a guest on the show soon?
Yeah.
Jay White?
Yeah. We need to have him on. He'd give us some good story. In fact, with Super Bowl time, because we used to go to all the Super Bowls.
Hey, did you get in a wreck recently?
Oh,
You all right? I heard about this.
Listen, this is a funny story. It's even worse. My luck. I mean, I get my hair cut, and the girl she's cute. She throws my coffee out. I say thank you. They walk in my car, put my coffee in. I'm looking around. I'm up there by Panera Bread at Hudson's.
Yep, Hudson's Salon. Great place. Shout out
I look
Hudson's
back
Salon.
both ways. Back up real slow. Next thing you know, bam, got hit.
You got hit?
Yeah. So the lady came up with a kid, 12 years old, and she goes, hey, I saw the accident. That guy just rammed right into you. I want to. You call the police. I want to be on that report.
Did he take off? Did he leave?
No, nice guy.
Oh, okay.
Real nice guy. Called the police. They put on the report. The insurance company called me and said, well, it's a parking lot, so it's really not your fault. Like, it's both fault. I'm like, I backed up, like, real slow. And the guy just, like, so you're going to try to drill people in a parking lot?
You should have been like, look, I was fine. Now my leg hurts, and now I need a crutch. Look what this guy did to me. Could have got
Well, what's best is when they ask for your registration. That's the worst when you have like 5 of them for the last 5 years. So I'm already
None of them are
stumbling
current.
around. The driver license wasn't really me; it was my fake one. So
you have a fake ID?
Yeah. He's like, "Hey, I'm over not good." I'm just saying, how does the insurance company? I have Penn National. They should fight for me.
Yeah.
And he has Allstate. So the funniest thing about it was the guy goes, "Listen, I'll just take care of mine. You take care of yours." Like, I'm thinking that's what you do. Allstate said, no way. You got to get the police out there. Well, the police out there, now I have a report that literally the lady saw. She was really nice. Comes up to my car and goes, you should get the guy. But the insurance company says it's 50-50.
Really?
$9,000 damage.
What?
$9,000.
Man, it's time for a new car.
I'm getting another car soon.
Oh.
You see me driving the Rolls Royce today. My friends.
Oh.
I'd like to have one of those, but it's too much.
No, it's not. Not when you hit a couple parlays this weekend.
I mean, I don't know. That car was nice. I went to the Hornets game too, by the way, and I didn't see you there.
Did you go, Nathan Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah. They won, right?
Like Nathan was great. I would take Nathan a lot because he's a super fan.
I like him. He's a
no,
great guy.
what I'm saying is like he's high-fiving everybody down the road when they
Yeah.
score. He's that super fan. Like, he's making everybody.
Did the Hornets score?
He made everybody happy in that row. Like, I'm like, the lady that was like, probably my age. She was like 65, 70, 80. I don't know. He's high-fiving her.
Yeah.
Going down the row. LaMelo's hitting shots. I mean, he should get like a Ronny Award.
Ronny Award fan
for
of the year.
super fan of the year.
Add that to the list.
Yeah, we got to talk about the Ronny Awards.
Yeah.
I mean, I want Charlie is going to be Charlie's going to be a helper. We just got to figure out what we want to give people. I think we need to give him participation.
Oh, we'll give him a little trophy.
Yeah, I think a trophy.
Yeah.
So a certificate.
Yeah.
They can hang in their office.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
But like Bob,
just like the Oscar, but have your face on it.
We were talking about it's Bob, Denny, Charlie, or Nate, right? Or Greg.
For what?
for the Ronny Award, like almost like MySpace, you have your top friends. But then I realized that damn Denny is flying me to Dallas.
Yeah.
Like the stuff he does for me. He just gave us
he might
some
win
tennis shoes and that. Like,
hey, did that stuff come in from Nike?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
No, Greg did. No, it didn't come in. When it came in, he got it. But my point is,
no, I mean that's nice of him to
but what
do
I,
that.
So
he's
going
going to
to
win that.
participation reward.
But I mean, it's hard to beat that. Maybe you should call it the Denny Hamlin friend of the world.
I'll tell you what happened. The other one he did.
Because he's going to win it every year.
I had to get that stupid card out of my car and he hurt his back, but he helped carry it out of the car. Like some people don't realize how good some of my friends are, like Greg, and how good they are to me, and how nice they are, and how they keep me going. Even Bob bring the stale bagels by. At least bring a bagels by.
You're missing somebody there, Ron.
I mean, but I did make
Michael.
Did
your
you watch
podcast?
Yeah,
co-host. Yeah.
Well, yeah. You should be on. You should definitely go on there.
Thank
But
you.
why don't we get you a certain award? We have to figure out who's
Who's
the best
better than you,
podcaster out there. Maybe Michael.
Denny might win that one too. Denny might clean up.
I don't know, man. Denny, if Denny would have had me on his show, it's gonna be hard down the road. But I mean, I would get you an award. I'll get you an award.
Thank you.
And
but let's just let the fans know that should be our next outdoor show on the stage.
And by the way, next week we have Chopper on. I won the poll.
You did? The pool?
I won that poll. I won $5,000. But long story short,
no big deal.
I was the number one picker. So you basically pick games. It's called You're on it.
Yeah.
And I was number one out of 36 people. And then right now I'm 25 and 17 in the college football poll on there, and I'm second. So I don't know if I know what I'm doing, but
I agree.
It's on paper. It's literally on paper. You can go there and see it.
Is that the one you
Chopper's
have?
coming on next week. Talk about his golf course and talk about stuff he does and these polls he does. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, Chopper's fun.
I think Chopper.
Yeah.
The problem with Chopper, we have to get him wine.
Oh, that's it. We did that with Greg.
Yeah, you got to get him a little pumped up.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
I think you could probably make that happen here.
Yeah, he's a good golfer too. Love that guy. But they're going if they get there. They're going to Dallas too for the Cotton Bowl.
Let's wrap it up with our locks of the week.
Yeah, why did we get clips of last week? Because I picked Illinois' lock.
We did have clips
of the Illinois one.
Oh, not of the picks, but
I mean, I think you should pick that. I picked out. Dude, I'm like,
all right, so you won that one. I lost mine by half a point because I had Washington covered 4.5, and they won by 4.
Well, we're a team, so we're 1-1.
And Greg won his, so that counts for us. So I get Greg's.
There you go.
And Greg gets mine.
But
so we're 2-0 last week.
I think the clips are pretty important for us, And hey, by the way, Kush is on here too. He always supports us.
Yeah, Kush is. He might be in the running for friend of the year.
Well, I think Alex and Kush should be different.
It'll be but they're a tandem.
Well, maybe I put like Alex, Kush, you, like podcasters do, like in the same group, and then I pick you.
Maybe ice skating routine of the year.
No doubts.
Yeah, they'll win that award.
Ice skating ring?
Ice skating routine of the year.
Oh no, like that should have gone viral. That's We ever get, we have Brenda, our producer who owns Spot TV, and like he really should try to. That one could go far.
Yeah.
Well, I think that could get a lot of views for real. I think that could get 1 million. That's the funniest thing I've ever seen. But back to this weekend. I mean,
all right.
I don't want to say.
Let's start with this.
I do like Texas.
Let's make some. We won't do our locks of the week yet, but let's just make some picks in college football, the bowls. All right. So let's start with Notre Dame, Penn State. Notre Dame, 1.5 favorite.
I'll say it again. I watched that Northern Illinois beat Notre Dame. I think they're suspect. I think if you don't turn the ball over, Penn State wins.
All right. So is that your pick?
Yeah, no doubt.
Penn State. Okay. Ohio State, Texas.
I think what Will says. I think Ohio State kicks a field goal at the end to win the game.
Okay.
I think what people don't realize about Texas, they're playing a home game.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
I'm with you on that one. Texas covers 6. I'm tempted to do Texas money line, but I'll take the 6 points.
I can't do that with Troy and them going. I can't.
No, I understand.
I can't do it. But I like.
I'm going to go Notre Dame. So we're at odds there, but that's all right.
Well, you're.
But I think I know I don't like that. I mean, everyone's right.
Who's Notre Dame play, man? They played Army, Navy. I mean, who they played in the first game?
In the first game?
Who they beat?
I don't remember.
No, come on, man. You're young. You should know who they played last week.
Let's see.
Well, if we can't remember, SMU played Penn State.
SMU played Penn State.
Arizona State played Texas. Notre Dame played.
Who played Tennessee?
And they were a pick'em game. Ohio State blew out Tennessee. And then who did Notre Dame play? Brett, what do you got?
Nothing yet.
Did they beat Georgia?
You're supposed to be on it.
They beat Georgia.
They
beat Georgia.
Wait.
Georgia.
Yeah, but listen, why do we have him over here? He should be the guy.
All right, so they beat
Don't
Indiana.
Brett should be over there, like, with the information.
Because we got our laptops right here.
Okay.
Indiana, and they beat Georgia. Georgia was a big win. Indiana, not so much.
Okay, tell me one thing about Georgia last week that they didn't have.
More points than Notre Dame.
They didn't have starting quarterback. He was out.
Okay, that's a good point. But the backup they got is pretty legit. But they're still Georgia. I mean, they still got a solid defense. So I don't disagree. I mean, I can see that's a pick 'em in my eyes. So I just think Notre Dame pulls it out. So Notre Dame pulls it out. Texas covers 6. I think Texas will win, but you know.
So Notre Dame's first game was Texas A&M. They won by
in
10.
the playoffs.
Oh, playoffs?
Indiana. It was Indiana.
Yeah.
And then they beat Georgia. So they beat Indiana and Georgia.
They did. Notre Dame beat Indiana, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. I don't know. I just don't think they played anybody. But we go to pros. I mean, you ever hear of sharp money?
Yeah.
Sharp money's over. They've been blowing up. Obviously Pittsburgh's my favorite team. They've been blowing up Baltimore. They're like, it's a blowout. So I don't know.
I don't. There's no way that game's a blowout. Look, could be wrong, but I feel like that game's going to be like 13-10.
Okay, I tell you the game that I like a lot, is Houston a little bit, just because they're healthy. And I don't know. I just don't.
I like Houston. I think Houston money line.
I think Houston. In fact,
I think I made the Houston money line bet.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I'm going to do right now. We lock it in. I'm going to lock in Penn State is my lock of the weekend.
Penn State?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think they're the lock of the weekend. I mean, I think that they're bigger. They play in a big conference. I mean, they're.
Yeah. I'm going to go. My lock of the week's going to be Green Bay covering 4.5 against the Eagles. 4.5 under. 4.5 point
What
underdog.
about an upset there? That could be an upset. If
I think it will be, honestly.
Oh, Eagle fans would go nuts.
I think is Hurts cleared yet?
Yes.
So, but I think,
not really clear, but
I wouldn't be surprised if Green Bay makes a run to the Super Bowl.
You always say that.
I've never said that. in my
Well,
life.
that's Sean Casper. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What's Chris Scott like? Is it would you bet against it?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I haven't
That's
heard
how
from
we
him
got
in a
started.
while.
That's how we start doing our locks.
I guess when he loses, you want to hear from him?
Huh?
I guess the last 3 days we haven't heard from him because he loses. Like we know when he wins something.
Yeah. He hasn't won a bet in a while. That's why.
He usually goes. He does do some like. So then I thought I would do touchdowns, right? And I'm thinking I'm cool. I'm gonna try to do a touchdown. I haven't picked one person. Oh, I did once. I think I did once. $100. I got somebody that had the first touchdown of the game. Once.
Oh, first one.
Then I've been doing pickings.
Anytime.
I'm doing pickings. I do pickings all the time, so I'm gonna do pickings this week.
Anytime or first to score.
First to score, 10-1.
Yeah, I like just doing anytime. I did a 5-leg one the other day and hit 4 of them. Brian Robinson didn't get in. That was the only one.
I did. I had a free bet. I did 9. What I did was I took the favorites, all 9, Taylor and all that ones, and 4 of them in. But 9 paid $99,000.
Yeah.
It was 99. That's why I'm not going to win.
Yeah. Well,
Like you see the 99,000. Man, what if I win? Like I'm in the lottery. Like, could you
start counting
imagine if I
what
won
could I spend this money on? Yeah. Yeah, can't do that.
Do you think the over/under is this weekend? Now sharp money, so guys.
College or pros?
Sharp money is big money, and I told you the other night when sharp money was on, and did it not hit? Detroit Lions under 55.5.
Yeah.
Sharp money was on it. I told you lock of the day,
You are sharp money.
and now sharp money is on under in the San Diego Chargers game or the Los Angeles Chargers
Really?
under 42.5. That's their money. They've been betting that down. So,
Interesting. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, 42.
well,
and a
you
half, you're-
probably won the over because you're not sharp money.
Yeah, well, you are. You are sharp money. That's your nickname.
Sharp Ron. I got a lot of nicknames.
Sharp Ron money.
We haven't talked about running hats lately. By the way, the restaurant, we got fried cauliflower now.
Oh, you didn't even try it.
And
Give
we
it a
got
taste.
Clay Shannon. Yeah, the fried cauliflower is awesome. It's coming on the menu tomorrow.
Yep.
And then the Clay Shannon, which is going to replace BR Cone. is really good. And
Right
Michael, I put your name. Is your name still on the menu? What are you on the
Yeah,
menu?
better be. Chicken wrap.
Better be. I think we need to move some games around. I
Yeah,
think
we
that's
should.
how it should too.
We should discuss
And
that.
how many people are here to support us today? None.
There's 20 out there.
The one lady kept looking back at me.
I know. She's checking out.
She was like, "Who is that guy?"
Yeah, who's that superstar?
All right. Yeah, and then they look. Maybe they were looking at Brent.
He's been in a what movie were you
Hey,
in?
Brent, is your smart mic working?
It is.
Yeah.
So what's your what do we got? What goals do we have now? We were in an apartment. What can we get
We're
this
in a
thing
town
bigger?
hall
You
now.
think?
We're in a
Yeah,
condo.
the U-Haul truck's pulling it,
Yeah, there it is.
and
Is that your sofa,
moving into
Ron?
a condo here pretty soon.
Is that your cloud couch out there,
I
Ron?
want to give a shout out to Jeff Mack. He's at the airport listening. He just texted me.
Thanks, Jeff.
And Jeff, thank you. I mean,
You're
so
back
we're
on the
getting-
menu.
We're getting some people more than you think listening, and thank you. And we really need to get on Table Talk. We're on my Instagram, but
Yeah, we'll be switching over here in the
I
next
saw
week or
like
two.
Yeah.
1,000 people looked at it on YouTube. It's funny. You got us on YouTube, Spotify, Twitter,
Apple.
Apple.
Yeah. We need to pump the Twitter. We need to get some
Yeah.
conversations going. So
Well, real soon we're
need
gonna
to have
have
some
Will
table
get some
talks
clips
on
to
there.
Will, but we're gonna get some. Next week we have Chopper with a community guy again, and Michael might bring a friend or two in here. We
Yeah.
just try to build the show. Gerald Henderson would be good.
Yeah, we can get in.
But maybe one of your friends talk about how they knew you and all that. I have no problem with that.
Well, thank you.
Tell them a story or two.
the IQ test is what I'm excited for.
Well, we got another one coming up too. So Todd in InMotion Fitness wants to give you guys a citizenship test. He
Like
just went
American.
through.
American.
Yeah, he's kidding. So the funniest thing is he had to write like when's the Declaration of Independence? What year?
1776.
What's the articles of? I don't even know the answer. 1787.
Okay.
Another one. Okay. These questions are like I don't know.
What are those articles called? I don't know. Bill of Rights.
No, it's something like that.
Yeah.
But who signed it? And I'm like,
Thomas Jefferson.
well, no, it was 4 people. It was Hamilton, Bell. I don't know the 4. We were talking about
Benjamin
Taylor.
Franklin.
Well, I don't think it was on that one, but I don't know what one is because I'm talking. But he's going to ask us the questions, and we're going to figure out if we
Yeah.
can be a citizen. Now, you did have to write, is there a flag on a pole?
Is there a flag on a pole?
He had to write a sentence. Is there a flag on the pole? I'm not. We'll have him on to talk about it. But to get us to be
What
a citizen-
island? What island did immigrants have to come through? And back in the day in New York, do you know the name of it?
SoCal Island.
Oh, cool. Yeah, Ellis Island.
Well, I don't
There
know
you
that.
See, well,
Well, we're going to do
not a
we're going to
citizen.
do with Denny. We're going to do a IQ test, and then with him, we're going to do a citizenship test. So we're going to do some tests. Maybe one day we play chess here, and I'll be.
I don't play chess. So yeah,
checkers.
yeah, I can play
What
some
about
checkers.
Connect Four?
Yeah, I'm good at that one. Should I get 3
You
in a
think
row?
you beat me? We'll play while we're doing this.
All
Connect
right,
Four.
yeah, that's fine. I'm good with that.
I don't know if you can multitask. You know, it's funny. I beat Renee
I can't.
3 in a row the other night, Connect Four, and then literally, I'm like, I'm the smartest guy in the world. And then we went to the last one game, and she goes, "You let me win." I'm like, I didn't see it. So you got to pay attention.
Oh, that's
So
how
we
you
can talk about what your favorite board games are too.
Yeah,
What board games do you think your best one is?
my best board game, Monopoly.
Oh,
Yeah.
we need to play that with real money. Like not the 500, but
Jeez, really?
no, like do a pennies, quarters.
All right, yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
do it
yeah,
with
yeah.
like. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, I like Monopoly. I don't. What other board games? I used to like.
You ever play Risk?
I've played it. Some of my
Love
favorites.
this.
I used to love Guess Who when I was a kid. You play Guess Who?
I forget what's that about.
It's like you have the little boards, and you're like, does your person have glasses? You have yes or no. You put it. No, you put down all the people.
I'll tell you the best thing I ever did in my life. It's funny because like the girl texted me like a month ago. I couldn't find this watch for 10 years, and she found the watch. She's married now. Great. I'm not going to mention names, but every Monday we played. Every Monday we played board games, Battleship, and what we did was every
Battleship's
piece you
good one.
got, you
Yeah.
would have to drink a glass of wine or a little sip of wine.
Yeah.
So we'd go through a couple bottles, but we had to bring a different game every week. But Battleship, I'll never forget, because I drank a lot on that night.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got our locks in. we're off to a semi-okay start. We had a couple technical difficulties at the beginning. I think we powered through. And next week, we're back with Choppers, our guest.
Yep.
And eventually, we're going to have an IQ test, a citizenship test. A lot of big things coming in 2025 as we build this
And don't
mansion.
forget the Ronny Awards.
And the Ronny Awards are coming. I think we should target like a nice spring day for that outside.
I think
Ron.
we do it outside.
Yeah. In the spring, like March.
Like call them on the stage and hand them
Yes,
the awards.
absolutely. Yep. And let them give a speech. Yeah.
Well, I don't know how that would work, but yeah, I think.
You leave that to us.
Yeah.
You just come up with the awards.
Right. I'll do on playing with one thing about Charlie, he's pretty good at shit like that. Like we'll get him to start thinking about it. He's not even listening to it, I don't think, but like we'll get him to start thinking about it.
There you go. Yeah, delegate.
I mean, I think we have like 8 awards to a participation.
Yeah.
Do it out there. You know, but hey, back to this Fright Call Fire. Come to Red Rocks.
Yeah. Looks good.
Make sure you check out Red Rock. I know it's snowing. We'll be open. I mean, you know,
Warm chili.
Warm chili tomorrow.
we have chili and grilled cheese today.
Oh, it's gonna be
we
good.
sold 10 of them already.
That's going to be good.
It's funny, in our bar, it seems slower, but we have some parties in the back.
I know. They're partying back there. I saw them.
Yeah.
It's getting wild.
So, well, listen, you guys have a good holiday and all that stuff. Well, we went past holidays. See you next week.
Hey, we'll see you next week, folks. See ya.